What's up, everyone? We are live at 5. It is Wednesday, November 28th.
It is.
And I'm Paul Wontorek.
And I'm Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And over there is Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
She's laughing because she wrote December 28th.
She wrote the wrong thing.
Inside joke.
It's all right.
Hey.
Hey.
You love Sex in the City.
I do, of course.
I know
Who
you do.
doesn't?
I love Sex in the City. You know who else loves Sex in the City?
Kerry Ipema does.
She is starring in One Woman, Sex in the City, which is like on the same block as where we are. She's at the Theater Center
right
on 50. It's near Dwayne Reed.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We're going to talk about Dwayne Reed and Sex and the City
Lots
and
of
Carrie
Dwayne
and
Reed
Miranda
talk.
and Samantha, all of them. Who'd I forget? Charlotte. I always forget Charlotte. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Anyway, we'll get to her. First, today's top 5.
You only have a few weeks left to go visit the island.
Well, 6 weeks.
Six weeks.
A few.
I'm sorry. Like,
Six?
it's not... I'm
No
sorry.
emergencies.
Yes.
No
I mean, it's
emergencies.
sad. It's
It is sad. So Once on This Island at the Circle in the Sport Theater is closing on January 6th. Very sad.
Bravo.com's #1 show
Number
of
one show of
2017.
2017, that's
We
right.
have had, I said this to a friend, we have had, I feel like, this is an exaggeration, we have had everyone from that show on Live at 5 except for the GOAT.
I believe
think
you're
so.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the
yes,
goat can come,
absolutely.
by the
The
way.
goat is always welcome.
We
I'll
will
book it.
book the GOAT.
Yeah.
If
I
the
raised
GOAT,
goats. I would know how to talk to the goat.
you speak GOAT,
Yes, absolutely. I would know how to talk to the goat.
we should get Dr. Dillerman here to talk to that GOAT.
What a lineup that
Sorry.
would be right here. Yes,
I'm gonna pitch
but
that right now.
it is, and of course, it is also the 2018
We love this
Tony
show.
Award winner for
Yes.
Best Revival of a Musical. It will close on January 6th, which means what, Paul?
Oh, so I did the math. That was a setup. That was a lead-in for me. So the original, I've actually been kind of paying attention to this because the original Once in a Song, which I love, 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, LaShans. We have news on LaShans too. That ran 488 performances.
Yes.
If you add up previews, and this one ran 487. Isn't that weird? Like a weird
that
coincidence.
is just
like one
short.
performance. I know.
Yes.
Carrie's mind is blown. I just blew her mind.
But
So anyway, it's just a kind of a interesting fact.
yeah, absolutely. And as we said, we love the show very much. Of course, Michelle Williams is joining
to
the
join,
show on
right.
November 30th, and she will stick with the show through its final
Right.
performance. Go see it at the Circle and Square Theater if you haven't already. It's a fantastic show. It will be missed.
I know. Where am I going to go to cry?
I know it was. How many shows do you get real sand? To play around in.
And goats.
And
Book that
goats.
goat.
All right.
Caitlin, get that goat in here.
All right, I'll try my best. And the last dance is coming, but then it's going to come to you.
I didn't even make the LaShans connection here until I said it.
Until you said it right here.
Right.
Live.
Television, folks.
Tony winner LaShans, who of
Yes.
course was nominated for Once in This Island.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
for Summer
And
as
for
well.
Summer, of course.
She's starring in Summer, the Dawn Summer musical. It is closing on December 30th at the L'Enfant Theater. This
That
is
one you have to be a little bit quicker to go see.
This
if
one's
you
actually,
haven't.
this is 5 weeks.
Yes.
So you
That-
can say a
I can
few
say
if
a
you
few.
want.
a bit more,
for
yeah.
This is, of course, the story of disco legend, icon Donna Summer. This show is a heck of a lot of fun.
It's so much fun. It's a blast. Yeah.
The one thing I said is when I saw it, I love this music. Like it's in my
yeah.
more than Mamma Mia, ABBA. By the way, I love Donna Summer music. Like, and when they did Last Dance, and there
moment.
was like there's glitter and confetti
moment.
and dancing, and I could just watch that number over and over for like 3 hours.
I get it.
I'd be happy.
Totally.
But you should see the rest of the show too. Ariana DeBose, Storm Lever. We love the vloggers and Fresh Faces. Everyone's there, and we love them all. It started March 28th. There will be a national tour.
Look at that.
It's Ryan's area, starting September 30th, 2019. That's a very
That's
specific
a very
date,
specific date.
considering
They
that
must
it's a
have
little while
They
away.
must have a city in mind already, all that. So
We don't know who will be on the tour, but hey, go check out Summer and check out Once on This Island. There's a lot of things you can
go
go
see some
see.
things.
And we love all those actors. And
We do.
We wish
Some
them
of our
well. And
faves.
a lot of amazing performances, so go support them.
And this British host is learning about all that jazz.
Caroline Flack, I believe that's how you say it. I don't know if it's
From
Caroline.
Love Island?
Love
From
Island.
Love Island,
I don't know what that
host
is.
of Love Island.
What's
yes.
Love Island?
It's a reality show in the
It is.
UK, I believe,
Okay.
right? One of those. Yeah,
Carrie
I'm
knows
not
that.
familiar with it, but
Ish.
Caroline Flack, who made her stage debut a few years ago when she did Crazy for You. She played Irene in Crazy for You, the UK tour. She is joining the West End production of Chicago as Roxy Hart. Of course, she will begin on December 10th and will remain with the production through its closing on January 5th.
It's
of
closing?
2019. It is closing, yes.
I'm sorry, I haven't been paying attention. There's too much sad news.
Lots of closing. Yeah, you really stacked the deck here. No, so she is joining the show. And of course, you may know her from Love Island or The X Factor, The Extra Factor, or I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here now.
John Barrowman's on that right now.
Really?
Yeah, he keeps putting up stuff on social media about it.
Oh my gosh.
He's in the
I haven't
woods or
watched
something,
any
or the
of
jungle.
these.
By the way, Chicago on Broadway is not closing.
No,
In case we
Chicago on
misspoke.
Broadway is not
It's not
closing. No,
closing.
the West End production of Chicago
Never. It's
that's
never
playing at the
closing.
Phoenix Theater will be closing on January 5th, and you can start to see Caroline Flack as Roxy beginning December
if you
10th.
wanted to play Roxy Hart on Broadway, what could you do? We're going to have a contest next.
We are going to have a
2019.
contest.
More
Yes,
details to come. We're having a
absolutely.
contest to find an actual.
real
Kerry
Roxy
Ipema
Hart.
is going to get her audition tape ready.
Look at news right
It's going to
here.
be good. So anyway,
Yeah.
just be on
So
the lookout.
that's
You don't have
Chicago-
to be a UK reality
No.
star to be Roxy
Our
Hart.
Chicago is not going anywhere. No.
And even more audiences are going to get a chance to see this Tony winner's new work.
Kiss My Aztec. That's John Leguizamo's musical.
It is, which is so exciting.
We
This
love
is
John Leguizamo. He just won a
absolutely-
special Tony Award.
He did,
this
yep.
past year.
And his play was nominated for Best Play.
Yes. What play was that?
Latin History for Morons.
Which is now on my Netflix. Netflix
That's
is
right.
pushing it on me.
Netflix. Just
Every
suck
time I go on
everything out.
Netflix, it's like, don't you want to watch John Leguizamo?
You're like, I do.
And I'm like, I
Give
do.
me a moment.
Actually, I love John Leguizamo, which is why I'm excited that he is writing a musical.
Yes, for sure.
Which is crazy. So let's see. It's going to be at Berkeley Rep, in which we already knew, starting May 28th next year. And then now it's going to La Jolla Playhouse. So it's going to become a thing.
It's going the
It's
route
coming to
that
Broadway.
yes.
This is what we're trying to say. We're trying to give you early inside
Yeah,
tip.
get in on this.
This is a fusion of bolero, hip hop, merengue, and rap. Celebrating,
my.
elevating. Oh, I like that. Celebrating
Yes,
and elevating.
absolutely.
And commemorating Latinx culture. It's written with Tony Tacone, who is his frequent collaborator. Music by Benjamin Velez, and it's based on a screenplay. Anyway,
co-written by Stephen Chbosky, which is really cool.
Who is that?
He wrote the book Perks of Being a Wallflower. He also
course you know
wrote the
that.
screenplay for the recent Beauty and the Beast
Oh.
live version, all of that. Yeah.
So it's based on a screenplay that he wrote with Leguizamo.
With him, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So this is a thing. It's a thing.
It
Start
is.
paying attention.
And some of our favorites are going to make guest appearances off Broadway at this new American premiere.
Yes, the American premiere of the play Nassim is going to be coming to the City Center Stage 2 beginning December 6th. Will open on December 12th. This is from the playwright Nassim Soleimanpour, who wrote White Rabbit, Red Rabbit, which ran for like 9 months here in New York City. And this play has a similar structure, where the guest actor will be a different guest actor every single night.
And they get the script when they show
They
up?
get the script, they unseal the envelope, there's the script, and no rehearsals, no nothing, very spontaneous, and is about the power of language that will unite us during these unknown and uncertain times. Here are some of the people.
Okay.
Yes, here are some of the people participating. Torch song star Michael Urie, who also did White Rabbit, Red Rabbit when that was here. You've got Reed Birney, Tracy Letts, Brad Oscar, Linda Emond, Michael Shannon.
Brad Oscar, who I ran into at Amazon Books yesterday at Columbus Circle.
Do you like that
How you do?
Amazon Books?
How you do? I love that
Do
stuff.
you? I haven't been there yet. But
Why haven't you been there? You're like the biggest
I know.
book
I
freak
know.
I
I haven't gone there yet.
Anyway,
no, I
Brad
really wanna
Oscar
check
goes
it out.
there
Yes.
too. Hi, Brad.
What great taste. Yes, you can see the show, as I said, beginning December 6th. It will open on December 12th at City Center Stage 2. White Rabbit, Red Rabbit was super cool. I'm assuming this one will be too. Very exciting.
Cool.
Check it out.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank
that's
you
it.
so much for being here, but it's time
You know what? It was
to
my
talk
pleasure.
about Sex and the City.
It certainly is.
So thank you for joining me.
My pledge.
Hey,
Yes.
will you tell everyone about Kerry?
Gladly. So yes, guys, we have Kerry Ipema in the studio with us today. She is the star and co-creator of Off-Broadway's One Woman Sex in the City, a parody of love, friendship, and shoes. She recently actually took the show on tour, so a ton of people across the country have already seen this. She's also known for helping bring to life Post Secret, the show, which you guys might know of because it is a theatrical event inspired by the Community Art Project where people mail in their secrets anonymously. So she's got a lot of good stuff up in that noggin. Please follow her on social media at Kerry Ipema and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Kerry and Paul.
Hi, Kerry.
Hi, Paul.
So happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm a big Sex and the City fanatic, and I assume you. Is it fair to assume that?
No, of course, of course.
Why,
yeah.
of course? Because you're a human.
Because I'm a human. I'm a female. It was basically like how I got all my sexual education.
Oh.
It was like a huge part of, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's a huge part of a lot of people's
yeah,
lives.
I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I am a fan because I did write a one-woman parody of it. It would be weird, I feel like, if I was like, you know what, not interested in the show.
You're like, I just
but
thought I could make a
here,
little money off this.
let me
People
just-
love this.
Yeah, let me like
I was
dive
thinking
into
about it
it.
actually. Women and men, all kinds of people, get on buses, right, to like tour where they
Yes.
film Sex, because Sex and the City was
Yes.
filmed all over New York City, obviously. So there's definitely a market.
Oh yeah,
For Sex and the City
location,
things.
Yeah, on location tours.
Correct, on
They're
location tour.
amazing, and I actually
Did you
did
go on the tour
Of
for
course,
research?
I did. Not even for research, just to like celebrate all things Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Which I love doing.
So I'm assuming you meet a lot of fans.
I do meet a lot of fans. Yes.
And what do these people have in common? What is it about this show?
Oh, that's such a good question. I think why people connect to this show is they can sort of identify with one or more of the characters. Like,
Yep.
okay, you said you're a fanatic. Can I ask which type are you? It's like
Well, so I already read that you say that you are, well, your name is Kerry with
I'm
a K.
actually a Carrie with a K, but
With a
it's-
Miranda Rising.
I'm a Carrie with a
That's
Miranda
your line.
Rising.
I love that line.
Thank you.
That's a good line.
Mazel, thank you. I think I'm a Carrie because I like ask my friends for advice, and then I do the exact opposite, and then I'm a Miranda Rising because like I really. The older you get, the more you realize you want to be Miranda. I don't know if anybody else had this experience, but like growing up, I'm like, oh, I want to be a Carrie. I want to be a Carrie. And then you're like, oh, shoot.
Can I be a
Miranda's really where it's at.
Can I be a Mr. Big with a Miranda Rising?
Oh, cute. Yeah.
It seems
You
kind
can
of
be
appropriate
that.
actually in my head.
Yeah.
But
You
I have
got
a
good
question,
hair,
actually.
so I
What
feel
was
like
his name?
Chris Noth.
Yeah, what's his name though? John?
John Preston, which they waited 6 seasons. Spoiler alert on John. They waited 6 seasons for his name to be
That's
John.
right, on the phone. I know. So 101.
Love it.
I found myself just doing something that people probably do to you, which is
Yeah.
really annoying, which is try to like stump you about things.
No, stump me away. I love it.
Because-
Give me
well,
a
I don't-
challenge.
I mean, I haven't really like
I'm trying, but
prepared anything.
It's interesting about like what connects all these people, and I think like it's pretty amazing. I've seen like generations come to my show, so I've seen like kids, mothers, and grandparents come to the show together. But I think the thing that I think connects all of us is. To Sex and the City is this relationship to friendships, which to me
yeah.
is my favorite part about the show. Is
Yep.
it really truly is a celebration of friendship, and so when I get to perform the show, I get to see groups of women and men and all in the audience, and it's just a wonderful celebration. We have a blast every night.
specifically whenever Carrie and Miranda were having a drama and we're gonna have a scene, I knew
Dwayne Reed.
I was in. Those moments were always like the greatest
Because
moments.
Miranda can tell, like that's what friends are for, right? Your friends will tell you when you're amazing and will applaud you and love on you, but they'll also tell you when you're being awful. And I think that's truly what friends are for. And Miranda, no one lets Carrie have it quite like Miranda, and I think that's why they are so close in this series
Yeah.
and why people really identify with that relationship.
There's also this for women thing, right? So you have like Golden Girls. You
Golden
have
Girls, yes.
girls. You have
Girls.
Sex and the City. My favorite show growing up was The Facts of Life.
Yes,
Same,
yes, of course.
same idea. There's
You know, you gotta
there's
have,
something
like,
about that powerful
There's
thing,
like
right?
4 women archetypes, right? You
Yeah.
have like the innocent one, Charlotte. You have the, hottie, which is Samantha. I should
Yeah.
say hottie. I don't know if I can say
That- you can
the
say
slutty
whatever you
one.
want.
The slutty one. Let's just
Yeah,
call it
she's
what it
slutty,
is. She's
yeah.
a little slutty.
Yeah.
We love me some Samantha. You have the Carrie who's just like indecisive and is just asking everybody for advice, and then you have the Miranda, the like assertive,
Yeah.
kind of Hermione Granger of Sex in the City. if
Run
you
it for
will.
governor. Run it for governor, Miranda.
Andrew Cuomo won. Mm.
So you play all of them
I play all of them.
and the guys.
Yeah, I play 25 characters.
Whoa!
Can you believe?
25
yes,
characters.
25
So you're a lot of the
characters.
random guys too.
I'm some like little special moments.
Little
that,
moments?
Yeah. I like don't know
Sorry,
if
I'm vibrating.
Oh my God,
Don't mind
Oh my
me.
God,
It's
how
very, very
appropriate for
Samantha.
Sex in the City.
Sorry.
Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not a Miranda. Maybe you got a little Samantha rising. Samantha would have a buzzer in her pocket. Let's be honest. Fabulous. So she
25 characters.
25 characters. Yes. So it's a little.
Who was the hardest one to figure out how to do?
Honestly, it was amazing. It was so easy. No, I'm just kidding. No, the hardest one to figure out to do, I think it might have been Carrie Bradshaw herself.
Wow.
I think what was so amazing about exploring this parody and the four women specifically is they're kind of all really relatable. They're really kind of, you know, you can identify with them. So I think it was about making them caricatures of themselves. So Charlotte sounds a little bit like a Disney princess, and Miranda's very scoldy and yelly, and then Samantha's just Samantha because she's a caricature unto herself.
Yeah.
But Carrie Bradshaw, finding, you know, her stance and where she sits was challenging, but it's fun to find her because I do relate to her a lot.
Is there, out of those actresses, obviously we love all the actresses too,
course.
who would you most like to have come see the show?
Oh God, that's a really
Who
hard
would freak
one.
you out? I mean,
Freaking me out. I mean, I would die for Sarah Jessica Parker to see
but
it
she'd be
because
very
she's
supportive.
I
I don't
think
think
she-
she would freak you
yeah.
out because I think you'd be like, oh, she's so lovely.
she's
I feel
so
like,
yes. I've only
you know
heard.
what
I
I
mean, I've heard amazing things about all of
she
the
loves
women,
theater.
and she loves theater.
I mean,
I also feel like
they
I
all
mean,
love theater,
they all love
actually.
theater. They
Yeah,
all have done
yeah.
theater. Yeah. I also would love. I mean, Cynthia Nixon.
Yeah.
Also, because I like her political beliefs. I
Yep.
like
She's
all
got
that
a lot
she's
to
doing.
say.
Like her activism, she's
Yeah.
great. So I mean, and the two of them also, I would love to meet the woman who played two roles on Broadway at the same time. You know what I mean?
Of
Like,
course.
iconic.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look that up, kids.
Look that up. Harley
Look that up.
Burley and the
Cynthia
Real
Nixon
Thing.
did that at a young age. So it's a lot of fun.
It's super duper fun.
So how did the show get created? You
Yes.
wrote this with who?
I wrote this with TJ Daw.
Right,
He's
and he
my-
knows of one-person shows.
He is well versed with
Yeah,
the one-person
so tell everyone a
shows.
little bit about
So
his
TJ Daw
past.
is the co-creator of One Man Star Wars and One Man Lord of the Rings, and he
Right.
has since had a lot of one-person shows.
Right.
And so he had the idea. It was his idea. I have to give credit where credit
Cool.
is due. He was like, I want to do a female, a one-woman show.
Yep.
What is similar to Star Wars with like fantasy and all this? He's like, Sex in the City.
Right.
So Sex in the City, there it is. So he asked me after I auditioned for Post Secret, the show.
Yep.
And before we went on tour, he asked if I wanted to write it with him and be in a one-woman show. And I said I'd never done any of that before, so why
Wow.
not? Sure, let's do
But
it.
you have a big improv background, right?
I do, yeah. I took classes at UCB along with half of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, UCB. And then I was on a house team at the Pit, the People's Improv Theater. Yep.
Yeah. And is the improv world, I'm assuming, has really prepared you for this?
Well, my
and-
favorite part of the show, and this will connect to your question, I promise. My favorite part of the show is we invite audience members to write down their deal breakers and crazy date stories.
Oh.
And so I get to read them live. And
Fabulous.
so I love to not read
So
them
you get
before
to
I
re-
read them.
okay,
so I
so you
love
really
to like
do.
view them as suggestions and improvise and read them.
Yeah.
And it's a blast. It's
That's
super
fun.
fun. Yeah, it's
I love
the best.
that.
They're really raunchy. I would share some, but I don't know if it's totally appropriate. But I can share one.
Yeah, go for it.
So one of them I think I got was in Seattle. And it was, I was on a date with a guy, and he laughed so hard at a joke of mine that he threw his head back, and it hit the back of the molding behind him, and he passed out in his food for 30 seconds. You're welcome. Whoever that is, please write a question. I want to hear more about it.
So this show is a lot about finding love and dating.
Love, friendship, and shoes, yeah.
Yeah. Are you good at that?
No.
No.
It's like the blind leading the blind, which is basically the premise of Sex in the City.
Got it.
No, I don't think. I mean, to say I'm good at finding love, that feels like I don't think I
Yeah.
could commit to that.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's tough.
But if you're a matchmaker, by all means,
Yeah.
hit me up. Let me know.
It's so funny that you actually experienced these shows when you were really young. I mean, I was
Yeah.
already in my 20s living in New York City.
It was incredibly formative to me. So I have to give my parents credit where credit is due.
Right.
I was 9 years old when the show came out. So I was not an avid fan of the show because I couldn't watch it. Okay, let's be honest.
Yeah.
My parents were like, let's put on Sex in the City for little baby Carrie. But it was in high school when it was in syndication, and I saw the like censored version of the show. And then when I went to college at Indiana University, I got the pink velour DVD set.
Oh, yeah.
And whenever I was like hungover, a friend was going through a breakup, or I was hanging out with my roommates, we'd throw that on and we'd just go crazy.
Yeah.
But it's truly an education. It's a sexual education, to me at least.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I learned, for better or worse, from Sex
Yeah.
in the City.
So you go through like all six seasons?
All
Like,
six
what are we
seasons,
doing? We're
all
giving
six
highlights
seasons.
and
We're doing highlights. I mean, it's 96 episodes, I believe. So to condense it to like an hour and a half show
Yeah.
was proved to be interesting. But there's all the iconic moments are hit upon. So I do basically the breakdown is it's 6 seasons, and there's sort of a way to divide. I break in between each season, and I get to talk to the audience, and it's a blast. So it feels like a community and a conversation, and it should feel like you're going out to brunch with all of your friends, and it's your crazy friend who gets to reenact all of your favorite iconic Sex and the City moments.
Do you have any like favorite lines that you love to do, or favorite?
I do have a lot of favorite lines. Again, I just worry about, but I can say them.
Go for it.
Okay, well, one of them is, I think it's the first one. Brunch, it's like breakfast, fucked lunch. I like that one. And then another one, they're mostly Samantha lines, are my favorite. The other one is, getting baptized was the first time I got wet in church. My parents are so proud. So proud of me. Thank you. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
I love, you know what line always sticks in my head? I don't know if you do it in the show or not, but the Napa line.
It's in the show.
It's in the show.
I love
Good.
that.
Okay,
I kind of poke fun. The show is mostly original puns, but there are some iconic puns.
Yes,
AKA,
what is that one?
That one is.
I feel like I misquote it all the time.
No, I'm probably
If you're
misquoting the
tired.
show. No, it's if you're tired, you take a Napa. You don't move to Napa.
Thank you. It's Mr. Big Mac to Napa.
Yeah, Mr.
Thank
And
you.
she can't help making a pun, which I love.
Right.
Yeah.
And my favorite episode, you didn't ask, but
Oh my God, I'm so rude.
my favorite episode is My Motherboard Myself.
Oh,
Because I like to cry, which is also why I like Once in a Silence.
I cry at everything. I'm like, if it's too sad, I cry. If I'm too happy, I cry. I'm just kind of like always
overly
there.
emotional.
I'm not gonna cry right now. My favorite episode, since you also asked. Just kidding. But My Mother by Myself. One, you see Cynthia Nixon's acting. I mean, she is
Yes. Oh, it's amazing.
incredible.
Her mother dies.
Her mother dies. And I just read the book Sex and the City and Us. It's written by Jennifer Armstrong. And it's amazing, and it talks a little bit about that episode.
Oh, cool.
But what I love, it's these 4 women going through kind of having a different theme, as the same theme, but different experiences. Like Carrie's computer dies,
broke.
which feels very
I love the
real.
moment when Carrie kind of rescues her when she's walking down the aisle. You know what I mean? Walks with her. That's the moment that,
That's
just look
the
it
moment.
up.
It's so
that
good.
moment,
And then,
like, kills me. I can
yes.
remember, like,
And
every
then
time.
the moment where she sees Aiden and Steve, who came to support in the back of the church. And I just, it's so
Did you
beautiful.
like Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda?
That's my favorite.
I know.
Shut up.
I did my research.
Did you know? Oh,
That has drama in it,
God.
too.
Oh, hi, drama.
Fun fact, Coulda,
Fun
Woulda,
fact.
Shoulda is also the name of a Patti LuPone concert.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
look it up.
should have known that. Sorry. No, Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda is my favorite because it deals with, again, a similar theme with the 4 women, but it deals with women's reproductive rights. And what I love about it is it's 4 women of different opinions coming together and at the end of the day supporting and loving each other, which is similar to Myself, My Motherboard, because it's about that coming together and loving, really truly loving each other no
We
matter
like
what.
the same things.
We
more or
do.
less.
We're the same.
Hey, Caitlin, I'm sorry, I'm hogging her. What are people asking?
Yes, we got some questions. So Hillary would like to know, is it hard to change between the characters since, you're doing 25?
25, yes. I think maybe at first, it's so much about muscle memory at this point. I mean, I don't phone it in, I promise.
Think about it, do you? Are you just is your body just sort of like go?
My body can do it. But thank you. No, I think the lines, they're so different, so it doesn't feel as difficult because it really does feel like very different. The posture, the voice is very different. So it doesn't feel like, which one am I? Although I love being in a solo show. I love having a solo show because when you mess up, it's so fun on stage. It doesn't feel fun in the moment, but after the fact, it's a blast because there's times where I've been like, where am I? And have to sort of but it's really a testament to the power of the audience and that when they come in, they bring amazing energy. And at the end of the day, they're like the girls. They support you no matter what, and they love you. So it's not a challenge to answer your question. I have a great time. No, I'm just kidding. To answer your question, it's not so much of a challenge, but I guess at first it was to rehearse it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. You've been doing it for how long?
I'm doing it for like 2.5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, and all over different places.
All over the world.
All over the world.
All over the world.
What's the most international place you
The
did
most
this?
international place was Scunthorpe, England. No, that is a place. No, I've done the show. I did the show at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and then I toured the UK for a month. So I went to a ton of.
And they like it
different
over there
towns.
too.
They do. They do. I was surprised. I was worried at some of the.
They get the Napa joke.
You know what? They
Probably
saw
not.
the show. They didn't totally get it, but I think they were like eagerly nodding, like, "Oh, she's here." We'll clap. So I've toured it, but it's been a blast. Yeah, it's super fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love
What
it.
else?
Yeah, let's do one more question. Alexandra asks, "What's the craziest / funniest New York City moment that has happened to you?"
Oh my God.
Have you been in New York? You're from Chicago area,
I'm from
right?
Chicago. Yeah, but I've been in New York for like 7 years.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that is such a good question. The craziest New York thing that has happened to me, it's really embarrassing.
Oh.
And I don't know if I can. I feel really embarrassed. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. This is going to be in the zeitgeist for a while. No. The craziest New York thing that happened to me, it feels like so much. Do you like my improv training? It's really coming out now. Yes, Andy.
There's a lot of crazy people. I encounter craziness a lot, actually. And you're right near Dwayne Reed, so there's a lot that's happening right near Dwayne
Diane Reed, as I like to call her.
Diane Reed.
Diane Reed. She is nasty, that one, let me tell you. I think the craziest thing, well, you know what? I'll just say this one because I don't know if I can tell the other one. Maybe if you give me Cosmo, maybe we'll go for it. But the one I have is I have a gynecologist, and her name is Allegra Cummings. So I'll give you that. That's one of the craziest things.
She's
up.
For real.
She's amazing, by the way. Her name is Allegra Cummings. Go to her. She's amazing. Don't take my appointment. Thank you. But she's at Columbia. Her name is Allegra Cummings. And I get,
Got it. Okay, that's all.
There we
Is
go.
that crazy? Can that be crazy?
No, but it's memorable.
I feel like that's where my mind goes. It's all sex-based.
The next time somebody asks me for one,
now
I'll
I'm
know
like
her
coming
name.
up with more crazy.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh no. We'll stop there. Come see my show. I share a lot about myself in the show. Not a lot, but
you are at. It's called the Theater Center now, right?
the Theater Center.
I call
formerly the Snapple Center.
I call it the Theater Center because
theater.
I like to acknowledge the Snapple.
Yes.
Because there was that big Snapple sign above it for a while.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Just gone. R.I.P.
So
But
sad.
the Snapple, no, just the Theater Center. It is above Dwayne Reed on 50th
It's
and
about
Broadway.
Diane, yeah.
Yeah, it's about Diane. What's the schedule? When do you perform?
The schedule, I generally perform Friday nights, Sundays, and a little few here and there in between.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get tickets on Broadway.com. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks
It's so
for
nice to
having me,
meet you.
Paul. So nice
I'm
to
going to
meet
come see you. I'm gonna,
Please do.
I'm really
Come, it'll be
excited.
amazing.
I just had to make sure the Napa line was in there, so try not to cut it.
Paul approved.
Hey, Caitlin,
Yeah.
why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single day on Facebook. You can listen to us in a podcast form by searching for #live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Lucas Hedges of the Waverly Gallery.